It's Jock from Cool Movie Reviews, and today I'm coming to you today to bring another review for a show that I checked out on Netflix. Stay tuned and cue that intro. All right, I'm back, guys, and like you said, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jock, and I'm with Cool Movie Reviews. And if you can, thank you for taking out the time to view my channel and come in and see what I'm about. If you can, while you're looking, please hit that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button. Hey, we welcome new people, and shout out to the new subscribers that I got. So shout out to y'all as well. Really appreciate y'all coming on through. But again, let's get into what we're going to be reviewing today. So I was just scrolling through Netflix, trying to find something for me and my kids to watch at the time, and we were just chilling. And I happened to look, and something caught my eye, and I was like, "This cartoon movie looks pretty cool to keep their attention. Let's cut it on and see what we got." So I cut it on, and it was called My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. 10 episodes later, I'm into it probably more than the kids. It's pretty cool. So, just a real quick overview of what the show is about. So, basically the show is that there's a family, black family, father, the son and a daughter, and a wife, but they're separated at the time. And the kids are trying to navigate this thing of how separation works, and their dad always working, right? And they kind of accidentally stumble onto what his real job is. So in the show, they pose his dad is posed as a truck driver, but really he's a space bounty hunter. So actually a pretty cool concept. And it stars our cast that we have is Priya Ferguson. She stars as Lisa, the daughter. You got Laz Alonso, his Terry, aka the bounty hunter. Now, if you know who Laz Alonso, he's played in a lot of shows, and a lot of little movies and stuff. He's a pretty great actor. You got Jacoby Swan, who plays Sean, the son, and Yvonne Orji Tessa, who actually is from Insecure. So she plays the wife, the wife. You got his mom and granddad. So it was pretty cool. But let's get into some things that I actually liked about this show. Well, no, let me take that back. I'm going to do it different. Let's get into some of the things I didn't like about this show. Of course, you got those filler episodes, right? And you got the typical writing of dad, daughter get into it, dad don't do this, like just typical writing. And what I mean by just simplistic writing, no complication to it, no nothing. And even though I liked it, it can turn into an issue sometimes because it's so simplistic. And that's just me nitpicking. I'm just nitpicking right there, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think of any other things that I didn't like about this show. I'll tell you this. I wish some of the episodes were longer. These episodes are probably about 27 minutes tops, which is good. It was a cool little mini show, but I kind of wish it was a little bit longer to flush out a little bit more things, and explore the universe a little bit more. But that's only the two things I really didn't like. Let's get into the things I really liked about the show. So one thing I liked about this show, relatability. Okay, I have kids, right? Been in situations, and what I liked about it is a dad that always is working, and I can contest to that, right? I've been there. I'm kind of doing that now, right? That's why I'm so busy all the time. And sometimes you get into the thing where you neglect your kids to the point in their eyes it's neglect, but in our eyes as fathers, we look at it as we're trying to take care of our families. We're trying to take care of our kids. We're trying to say, hey, we're here, right? But sometimes as a father and as a man, you let work consume you, and you let your situation of you trying to get the best for your family over consume you. And in this show, they took that particular scenario and that particular piece of it, and they put a magnifying glass on it, which I can appreciate, right? And we know there's not too many shows out there that's catered to that. You do have shows out there that's catered to black men and just black families and everything, but you really don't, right? It's not too many. It's they're out there, but you got to prop and probe for them, right? And I think that's one thing I liked about it. I know Terry and Lisa, the daughter and the father, they bumped heads a lot. And I think Lisa's about 10 years of age, and I have an 8-year-old daughter, and we kind of bump heads a lot. But he's trying to explain to her, hey, I'm doing this for us. And then that's one thing I like about it. The next thing I like about it is the reveal of how they found out their dad was a bounty hunter was pretty dope. Now, this is a non-spoiler review, so you're going to have to go and check out the show yourself. But I actually like that piece of it because it almost, as a dad, you want to be looked at as a hero to your kids, right? And when you want to be looked at as a hero to your kids, you any little thing that they be like, oh, Dad, that was cool, Dad. Wow, you do that, Dad. And I think when they found out their dad was a bounty hunter, the look on their face was like, this is amazing, this was cool. And I know Sean, throughout the show, I think Sean suffers with anxiety. I think he does. They didn't go into detail, and I think it was one of the criticisms. I wanted him to kind of flush some things out. I think he suffers with anxiety. So he was trying to figure this thing out. Like, wow, my dad's a bounty hunter, but he's very intelligent. Like, he's very smart. So I think I love that part of it. I'm like, they really love what their dad did. But in the same breath, too, is they want to help. And the dad, being a dad, is like, no, stop. No, I got this. Leave it alone. Don't do this. I got this. And not knowing that sometimes your kids probably, they're capable. They're capable of doing stuff. They're capable of doing things on their own. And I think after he figured that out, things got better, right? Throughout the whole series and the show. And I liked it. Now, I'm going to give you my favorite episode that I liked throughout the whole series. I think it was episode 10. There's a reveal in here that is pretty dope from the mom's perspective. And it was awesome. It was dope. Once you figure out, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But episode 10 was my favorite episode. Also, I like the fact that they looked at the family dynamic, right? Technically, Terry and his wife are not divorced. They're just separated because they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to work around things, right? And I respect how the writers did that and how they came full circle with everything at the end. Like I said, this is a non-spoiler review, so I'm not trying to give too much away. So it was pretty dope and awesome. And then third thing, I like the black family. I mean, we don't get that a lot. Like nowadays, you get different things, right? So it was refreshing to see a black family and compromise from both sides, really from all four of them. It was just compromise and letting your guard down and putting your ego aside and saying, hey, I took accountability for this. My fault on this. I'm sorry for this. And I think that helped them function and get back to how they were. And when I say watch episode 10 is dope because it's pretty decent. But again, the story hits you with the highs, the lows, and it hits you with the issues. The daughter Lisa, she's just like her dad, and her dad doesn't realize that. And I think once he comes to realize that, closer to the end of the series and the show, he grown a great appreciation for it. And like I said, I can relate to this show on so many levels, like on so many freaking levels. I can relate to this. And if you got kids, man, I advise if you're a father and you got kids, you don't got to be black or white, whatever. You got kids, check out the show, man, because you can relate, and it's a relatable thing, and it's a relatable show. I'm dead serious. So my MVPs of the show, let me see. I love the characters. I love all the characters. But my MVP of the show, I got to give it to Terry. I got to give it to the father because of what he was able to do. And like I said, the stubbornness of dad sometimes and how we are. But also staying true to what you are and putting your foot down, but doing it in a way where you have compromise, if that makes sense. So he gets my MVP of the show. My final rating of this show, man, it's going to be crazy, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's probably one of my highest rated shows or movies that I've given on my channel. Yeah, I give this a 9 out of 10. It's one of those shows that if you're not doing nothing, it's on Netflix, cut it on, watch it with your kids, or you can watch it by yourself. Don't be ashamed. And check it out, man. I highly recommend this show. Just go check it out, guys. But anyway, that's my thoughts on My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. If you like my video, like I said at the beginning of the video, please like, share, subscribe. My name is Jock, and this is Cool Movie Reviews, and I am out. Peace.